With the crash and repricing across all markets, do you think there could be a push for lower wages for employees? Um, that's an interesting question. I mean, the minimum wage hasn't been raised, which back in the day, minimum wage was supposed to support a family of four. Like that, when it originally came out, that was what it was intended for. You can't do that today on minimum wage. You'd have to have like 3 or 4 jobs at minimum wage to even really get by as a couple. So, I do think that there needs to be something that shifts with that, but I don't know that lowering wages is going to be the way that that works. I do think that with the advent of AI, you're probably going to get universal income. I know that that's not everybody's favorite topic, but as long as it's not tax dollars that are being used to produce that, and there are other economic means by which that's being generated, I think people would be okay with it, especially if you were able to, have all your survival needs met: house, food, car, cell phone, stuff like that. And if it's less than $150,000 a year is what they're talking about being able to supplement people's income with. So as far as employers, lowering wages, I would think that they would have to compete with that universal basic income to get people to come to their job. So my concern really with the advent of AI is many of the entry level jobs is where you kind of cut your teeth and you learn how to do stuff, and then later on you gain the skill set to be able to command a higher salary. And you take 10,000 hours and have great expertise in something, and then you're able to then, generate a higher income for yourself. If we remove all of those lower layer jobs and those are all replaced by administrative AI, that doesn't really give the opportunity in the market for people to start in those positions and gain that knowledge over a period of time to then better themselves and have a higher income later. So we're going to move into a completely different paradigm. I don't think that wages are going to come down. I think that they're going to have to be competitive with the UBI in order to be able to incentivize people to work instead of just taking that salary. So that'll be an interesting dynamic that plays out, because I think if you earn over a certain amount, you won't be able to get the UBI, but you'll be earning more than enough to make sure that you're okay and you're able to meet your needs.